This is the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
You're inside Jamaica Magazine.
Encouraging the information flow, sharing the news and views you need to know.
We are building an informed Jamaica every day.
Listening to what you say.
It is Wednesday, February 10. Hi there, I am Alison Watson and you are inside Jamaica Magazine. Coming up, Industry Minister says illegal scrap metal dealers will not be allowed to evade the law. KSAC going after developers that are ignoring building regulations. And condolence books opened for the late Professor Rex Nettleford. The news in detail after the break.
Now is the time, listen to my rhyme. Now is the time.
Kerry, you finished dusting?
Soon finish, Mommy.
Now is the time, listen to my rhyme.
Go and set the table, dinner is almost ready.
Mommy, tell Stephen to help to know.
Mommy, I'm tired.
Alright, baby.
Mommy, you're always asking me to do all the work.
What's the problem?
But it's your responsibility to do these things. You're a girl. Go and give your brother his dinner.
What?
Donna, if you don't stop this, you will train up Stephen to be lazy and irresponsible. If you want him to grow up to respect women and to carry out his responsibilities, you should ensure that he starts to practice now by doing his work in the home too.
Change, 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 oh, change, 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 change. Now is the time.
And now the news. The government is warning illicit scrap metal dealers who continue to wreak havoc on the industry that they will be made to feel the full force of the law. This strident warning has come from the Minister of Industry, Investment and Commerce, Carl Samuda. He was addressing a press conference at his St. Lucia Avenue office in New Kingston yesterday. According to Minister Samuda, there has been an increase in the theft of very expensive infrastructure.
There's no limit to which some of these rascals will go. And so there is no pity on this side of the table. This minister is not going to extend any sympathy whatsoever to anyone found guilty of any impropriety.
One such incident that is now the subject of a police investigation was the recent find of items belonging to the National Water Commission. They included 556 water meters, copper wires, pipe fittings and ground copper. Last week, the minister suspended the licenses of two major players in the industry, St. Catherine Metal Recyclers Limited and Kingston Scrap Metal, after police investigators alleged that the items were removed from their premises. Individuals found on the properties at the time were arrested. Minister Samuda has defended that decision and says the company's licenses will remain suspended until they can provide sufficient evidence to clear their names.
To tell me, as the minister, that you didn't realize that these were stolen is to ask me to believe things that are highly unlikely, because the Water Commission is not in the business of calling in scrap metal dealers to sell meters, good meters and other used meters.
The NWC has since reclaimed the property. The National Certification Body of Jamaica, NCBJ, is now internationally recognized to assess and certify the quality management systems of local businesses. It is the first Caribbean body to achieve this recognition. The NCBJ has been accredited to ISO 17021-2006. This accreditation was made by the ANSI-ASQ National Accreditation Board, or ANAB, which is the international body that administers ISO certifications. It qualifies the NCBJ to offer ISO 9001 certification, which indicates that a particular product or service measures up to certain international standards for quality.
In other words, if we issue a certificate for your 9001 management system, everyone, all countries all over the world, whether you're in Trinidad, whether you're in Kazakhstan, whether you're in Australia, England, they will recognize this certificate. And it's quite an achievement for Jamaica to be able to certify to ISO 9001.
The NCBJ is an independent unit of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. It issued its first ISO 9001 certification yesterday to the Dairy Industries Limited during a press briefing at the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. In the meantime, the body is looking to expand the scope of certification services it provides. NCBJ wants to be ISO 14001 accredited, allowing it to judge companies' environmental management systems. A witness audit has already been scheduled for March 29 to 31 to present that case to ANAB. Mayor of Kingston and St. Andrew, Councillor Desmond McKenzie, is sending a stern warning to structural developers who are in breach of the established rules and regulations for buildings. He was speaking at yesterday's parish council meeting. Mayor McKenzie says the council will be relentless in its drive to deal with improperly built developments.
We don't want the kind of development that down the road that is going to lead to death and destruction in Kingston and St. Andrew. We don't want it.
Still on the matter of public safety, Mayor McKenzie says come March 1, the Cassava Peace Main Road from Mannings Hill Road to Constant Spring Road will be cut off from heavy vehicle traffic, including buses and trucks over 10 tons. It is an attempt to reduce the danger to pedestrians and the concerns of the school community in the area.
The 1st of March, municipal notices will go out to advise motorists. Signs will be erected at strategic points to advise the motoring public, and the police has been a part of the discussions. And any vehicle that is restricted, that is caught using the roadway, will be subjected to prosecution and even seizure of such vehicles.
The mayor says large emergency vehicles will be allowed passage. The Tax Administration Department is warning motorists not to remove the license disc or sticker on their motor vehicles. Several months ago, a new security feature was added to the sticker. If persons try to remove the license disc after it has been affixed to the vehicle's windscreen, the word void will appear, making the sticker invalid. According to the Tax Administration Department, once that happens, motorists will have to pay $500 to replace the invalid sticker. Anyone with questions about the motor vehicle's license disc should contact the nearest tax office or the Tax Administration Customer Care Center at 1-888-TAX-HELP. That number is 1-888-829-4359. The Ministry of Health is imploring people to observe important water safety measures during this period of lock-offs by the National Water Commission. Director of Disease Prevention and Control, Dr. Sonia Copeland, says householders and operators of educational institutions must store and treat drinking water properly in order to prevent diseases such as gastroenteritis, cholera, and typhoid fever. The first line of caution is to thoroughly clean all storage containers and covers with soap and water before use. These receptacles must also be kept covered at all times to prevent mosquito breeding. And drinking water should be purified by boiling or treating it with small amounts of household bleach. Proper hand washing is also strongly encouraged, especially at schools. Condolence books have been opened for the late Professor, the Honorable Rex Nettleford, ahead of his official funeral next week. The books will be opened during business hours at 4 locations in Kingston and at overseas missions of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Members of the public can register their thoughts on the late professor at the University of the West Indies Undercroft, the Institute of Jamaica, Jamaica Confederation of Trade Unions, and the Little Theatre. Professor Nettleford served all 4 institutions for over 30 years. The condolence books will be open for comments until Monday, February 15. The late UWI Vice Chancellor Emeritus will be accorded an official funeral by the government. The service will be held on Tuesday, February 16, starting at 10 a.m. in the University Chapel at Mona in Kingston. And those were the stories making the news today. For more information, please visit our website at www.jis.gov.jm. Stay with us. Jamaica Magazine continues.